Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Nano Brown Boxing, and I'm back in the building. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. So I've been gone for a few days. You know, I've been spending time with the family for Thanksgiving and holiday time. But now I'm back. And of course, I want to cover a lot of the news that's been going on this past weekend. Sergey Kovalev getting his W. The recent comments from Keith Thurman, pretty much openly ducking Errol Spence and whatever else is on the agenda. But my first video I'm going to drop. I've been hearing a lot of talks about people bringing up Amir Khan, and once again, Amir Khan mentioning Floyd Mayweather's name. And it inspired me to come up with this unique video discussing what does Amir Khan truly have to do to get Floyd Mayweather out of retirement and in the ring. Now, do I believe it's impossible? Absolutely not. But do I think Amir Khan is going to get Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao in the ring simply by talking? Hell no. The shit just won't happen, so they need to just stop and, he need to just stop and come up with some type of plan. So here's what I think. First thing first, the only way Amir Khan is going to get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, he has to win. He has to fight multiple opponents, respectable opponents, and win. Now we all know Khan, he has that glass chin, so the chances of him making it out of all of this and fighting all of those opponents alive or not knocked out is slim to none. But we about to do this shit anyway. First thing first, I think Amir Khan, he needs to face someone that has like a reputation at the welterweight division and that doesn't necessarily have the power. So I say Amir Khan needs to fight Shawn Porter. I believe that Shawn Porter doesn't carry that devastating power that could actually knock out Khan. But I've never seen, me personally, I may be wrong. I've never seen Amir Khan TKO'd. I've seen him knock the hell out, like straight KOs, but I've never seen him TKO. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section. I don't think Shawn Porter can knock out Amir Khan. I really don't. Now, he could potentially get a TKO and stop the guy, but Amir Khan, in my opinion, he's not a quitter. Now, with Amir Khan being extremely fast, I think it would be a great style matchup against Shawn Porter. If Amir Khan didn't have those chin issues, I would definitely pick Khan to beat Shawn Porter. But, Khan has those chin issues. He's been inactive. So, I would honestly give that I'll give that a 50-50 fight. I think it'll be a 50-50 fight. So, moving forward. Now, after Khan beats Shawn Porter, hypothetically, of course, I think he should go on and try to fight somebody that would be considered by most a tune-up fight, but that person still has like a reputation to sell tickets so Khan can make his money. Because Khan is all about them dollars. I think you should fight Adrien Broner. So after you beat Shawn Porter, you fight Adrien Broner, and you beat Adrien Broner. I truly believe Amir Khan can beat Adrien Broner. I don't understand why that fight hasn't even been made yet. To me, that's absolutely crazy. I think that would have been a perfect fight to put on like a Mayweather-McGregor undercard. But I don't know. Amir Khan's barely a boxer these days. So I think the fight with him against Adrien Broner, I kind of labeled that as a step above a tune-up fight for the simple fact we all know the type of fighters that Adrien Broner has trouble with. Now we know Adrien Broner, he got some crack. Now, I believe Adrien Broner has the ability to knock Amir Khan out. Yes, I do. I believe it. I believe if he catches Amir Khan, he'll be able to knock him out. But I believe if Amir Khan was to be active, and if Amir Khan was coming off a win against Shawn Porter, then he got in the ring with Adrien Broner, I would be confident. I'll give it like a 80-20 fight. 80% to Amir Khan has an 80% chance to beat Adrien Broner. So moving forward, what's next? Now this is the chance that, this will be the fight that Amir Khan will have to build up to put himself in a position to knock off someone that would catch Floyd Mayweather's attention. I don't believe knocking off Adrien Broner. I don't think that no longer catches Floyd Mayweather's attention. That's just not enough. Khan would have to fight, at this point, someone that has a strap at 147 or someone that has a strap at 154. And looking at all of those title holders at 154, the chances of Khan coming out of that fight without being knocked the hell out is, in my opinion, impossible. You're talking about Jarrett Hurd, Jamel Charlo, and I forget her name, Arislandi Laura. Now, Khan has the opportunity to slide in there, use some of the status that he has, the status that I don't understand why this man still is able to maintain, but whatever the case may be. Use some of his status, his name, some of his popularity to pull a fight at 154 for a vacant WBO title. Now, I don't know how that's going to go over with Golden Boy, since Cuttle has some type of deal with Golden Boy, but if Amir Khan could put himself in a position to get that fight, that would be a great opportunity for Khan. That would be a great opportunity for Khan to put himself in this position. Next, I say if that route wouldn't work for Khan, the 154 route, I say honestly the best person to go after would be Keith Thurman. Like, I can't even if Terrence Crawford has the belt, Errol Spence still has his belt, and Keith Thurman still has the WBA and the WBC, I cannot in any imagination say that Amir Khan has a chance against Terrence Crawford or he has a chance against Errol Spence. I don't even see him having a chance against Keith Thurman, but the simple fact that Thurman has been extremely inactive. Now, assuming Thurman goes back into inactivity and Amir Khan actually gets serious about boxing and he remains active for a long period of time, and he was to fight the Shawn Porter, he was to fight the Adrien Broner, if he was to get the fight against Keith Thurman, and he was to beat Keith Thurman, I think he can get Floyd Mayweather out of retirement. Now, the only thing about that is Floyd is getting old, age isn't on his side, so Khan would have to literally act now. It wouldn't be stalling this out and starting this late 2018. Like, this shit would have to start first quarter 2018, and that's actually kind of too late. But that's my thoughts. That's my opinion. How can Amir Khan get Floyd Mayweather in the ring? I'll repeat it again. Beat Shawn Porter, beat Adrien Broner, and beat Keith Thurman. If you do that, I think you can get Floyd Mayweather out of retirement, especially if you can capture that WBC and WBA belt. Now, another thing, I would say fighting for that 154 WBO title would possibly bring Mayweather out, but I had to reconsider on that for the simple fact Floyd really doesn't care, and he really doesn't fight for that WBO title. So defeating Keith Thurman would definitely put him in the best position to get that title shot, or not a title shot, but get that opportunity with Floyd Mayweather. But do we think that's going to happen? Absolutely not. Khan is going to continuously seek the big fight and just verbally go after this fight. He's not going to let any of his actions or any of his boxing abilities do the talking, trying to get a fight with Mayweather. But that's just my opinion on the whole thing. This is Nino Brown Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe. Peace.